everybody, I'm Jamie Capico, and I am here to give you a little bit of information on how to get ready to run. Today we're going to go over how to get your gear, how to get loose, how to get warmed up, and how to get going. I think a lot of people are under the impression that given running is an inherent ability to travel fast or to get away from something, that it would be easy enough and should be simple enough to just get up and do it. However, after having been one of those people and going through years of falls and miles of injuries and successes and growths, I've come up with a list of simple suggestions that could help you to really up your run game. So if you've ever considered running and thought that it wasn't for you or thought that you couldn't do it, try these steps and you might be able to go for that run that might change your mind about running and quite possibly change your life. The first thing that you want to do before running or when preparing to run is to get your gear. The most important of these, in my opinion, is running shoes. You always want to get your running shoes one size up. You want to go with what feels good, and you want to go with the appropriate support. Everybody has their own preference when it comes to support based on the way that you step and the way that you run. So it's really important that if you've never been to a running store and you've never been fitted for appropriate running shoes, that you go to the running store and have them check out your stride and look at the way that you're wearing your shoes. The next thing are running tights or running shorts. I prefer running tights. They stay tight to your leg. You want to stick to a wick material that's going to keep the moisture away from you. But again, it's whatever feels comfortable for you. And the next is a running top. I prefer something that's tighter to my body. Some people will run in something that is a little bit loose, a t-shirt, a tank top. You do want to get a sports bra if you're a female. You want to keep everything from bouncing around and creating discomfort. Music. For me, it's really crucial to have music to run. Some people prefer to run without music. They prefer to hear the things around them. But if you are going to have music, you want to have headphones, earbuds that stay in your ears and are comfortable in your ears and that are sweat resistant. And you're going to have an iPod. And for me, I use my iPhone, and I always have one of these things that mine actually attaches to my hand. But there are several different devices that you can buy to put your phone or your iPod in that will attach to your arm or to your hip or whatever it is that's comfortable for you. One of the last things, and not everybody needs to have one of these, but it is a really useful tool to keep you motivated, is a run tracker. And they come in the form of a Jawbone or a Fitband or a Rawfit. And these are devices that will keep track of how far you're running, how fast you're running, and you could get them at Dick's Sporting Goods, or you could get them at Radio Shack or Best Buy. They're a great tool for motivation and a good way to up your personal record and continue to make progress. So you do want to dress weather appropriately. So when it's cold outside, you need some different gear to prevent injury, to prevent illness. You want to get a waterproof and wind-resistant jacket. This is something that will keep the moisture off of your body and is also going to keep the wind from getting to your core, and that's where your body temperature is going to stabilize itself. You want to have gloves. Your hands are going to be freezing cold if you go running, and you'll notice even in like 40-degree temperatures, your hands are going to start to get cold and stiff when you're running if you don't have appropriate gloves. If you do take music with you or you take your phone with you, you want to get gloves that are that have the fingers that are able to touch the screen, and you're going to be able to use them with your device. And you want to get water resistant because your hands will sweat, or if it's raining or snowing at all, you don't want to be running with wet gloves. Obviously, you want to have a long sleeve top. A dry and tight long sleeve top is the best, something that's going to wick the moisture away from your body so that when you're sweating, it's able to pull that away from you and you're not running in wet clothing. Headgear is crucial because a lot of the heat that we lose when we run is coming out of our ears or coming out of the top of our head. So you can either buy a beanie or a headband that just wraps around your ears. The next thing is a neck warmer. And this is what a neck warmer looks like. A lot of people don't realize that these even exist, and these are very crucial when you're running outside in the cold. They help to keep the air from feeling too harsh on your neck, and you'll feel the difference in your chest when you're trying to make use of, when your body's trying to make use of that oxygen. The next step in getting ready to run is getting loose. So we want to identify the muscles that you use when you run and make sure that you're loosening them up, especially in colder temperatures. You want to warm up your hamstrings, your quadriceps, your hip flexor, your calf, your IT band, and your Achilles tendon. These are some of the stretches that you can do to warm these up. These are going to be your arms and your side. This will be your quads and your calves and also your Achilles. This is a good one for your calves and your quads, for your hip flexors, for your IT band and your Achilles. This is another good one for your side, your quads, your calves, your IT band. This is good for your hip flexor. This one is also really good for your hip flexor and your quads. But you want to make sure before you go for a run that you're not feeling stiff, and you don't want to overstretch because you can injure yourself stretching. The next step that you want to do is get your heart rate up and get your blood flowing to the necessary muscles before you go running. In order to warm up, there are a couple things that you can do. You can do lunges, squats, stair climb, leg swing, knee highs, pogo jumps, jumping jacks, walking, or a slow-paced run. So we see here the jumping jacks. Stair climbing, literally find a pair of stairs in your house or outside and walk up faster, run up and down them a couple times just to get your heart rate up. Jumping up and down in place. The leg swing, squats, lunges, side lunges, and the running or walking. The next step is to get going, get motivated. The best way to learn new things and stay in touch with other people who are doing the same thing in order to stay motivated is to know the proper resources to do so. There are several websites that allow you to keep track of the news and the new gear and the upcoming races and to stay involved in the running community. Livestrong.com, Active.com, Road Runners Club of America, Map My Run, RunningMe.org, runnersresource.com. So I challenge you, now that we've gone over how to get your gear, how to get loose, how to get warm, and how to stay connected and get going, I challenge you to apply those tips to what you thought you knew about running. Take your first run, and that run that could possibly change your mind about running and quite possibly change your life. Get up and get moving. Thank you.